Okay, so my nephew called the police on me. And I could not tell you why. On my daughter, on my dead dad, I have no idea. I treat all my family with love, respect. All my nephews, cousins adore me. I mentor my other nephew, Devin. He absolutely adores me. I coach him on how to communicate. I coach him on how, to, like, I go through with him, like, ideas about, like, what do you want to do for work? Find out what you're good at. And then when you find out what you're good at, then you want to continue to improve on that skill until you become the best, beat yourself, and then this is how you improve in life and then win. And anyways, when he called the cops, these are the allegations. They said I had $75,000 worth of DMT and that I was intending to distribute, which is a very serious charge. I've never been charged with a felony in my life. And my lawyer is going to deal with that. But I want to talk about it. Yeah, so my nephew, so we're Jehovah's Witnesses. We're raised Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness anymore. I just disagree with some of the rules that they have on birthdays specifically, and like it's just not in the Bible. Nothing about birthdays. They're saying it's a sin to celebrate a birthday, but God didn't say that. The Bible doesn't say that. You're making that up. That's a man-made rule you're saying. And you're telling everybody it's a sin. And I believed it was a sin growing up. Like, I believed it was a sin to celebrate a birthday, dude. When everybody else in class was celebrating birthdays and Christmas, I couldn't do it. And I had to sit on the outside, like, and I was kind of outcast. And I didn't, and because these are the things that the Jehovah's Witness kids have to do, bruh. And it's ridiculous. And then they shun people, like, if you stop going. It's the only church that does that. Anyways, he's gay. Gage is gay. And he can't have a boyfriend because he's a Jehovah's Witness. So he's struggling with that. He can't have a partner. Listen, if I was told at 17 I could not have a partner, if I couldn't talk to chicks and date a girl, I'd be mad too. But I don't know why he's angry at me. I don't know if he understands. Anyways, I was arrested, put in jail. And my lawyer's going to take care of the allegations. But once I got into jail, I was like, fuck, I'm dead, dude. Because look, anybody hurting other people should be in jail. Anybody raping, anybody, any pedophiles, any murderers, any kidnappers, any domestic abusers, any human traffickers, anybody hurting other people belong in jail. I agree with that. I'm conservative. I was raised conservative. Plus, you don't even have to be conservative to have those views, bruh. Any human being trying to harm another human being, hurt them in any way, take their life, or just hurt them, you're wrong, and you belong in jail. Now, the other thing, anybody making drugs that harm other people belong in jail. And if you're a narcotics officer, and it's your job to take bad drugs off the street, how do you not know? How do you not do research? Let's say that I was extremely interested in DMT and psychedelics, which I don't know if that's a mystery at this point, if Paul's interested in that. But let's say I am. Then that would be because I did research. Because look, I got sober 13 years ago, and I am completely anti-drug. I lost 4 friends, 2 girls, 2 guys. One of the girls I was talking to, and I cared about her. Dead. These are people from prominent families in New Orleans area, because the rehabs I went to, it was, the kids that were going there too were, these weren't cheap rehabs. So these were all people from good families, except one guy was at a different rehab. but he was still awesome. He lived with me for a year. I stopped doing drugs. Right around the time they started adding fentanyl to heroin. They got out, relapsed, each of them, one time, went to shoot up, did not know it had fentanyl in it, did not know that was their last day on earth for the rest of the next trillion, quadrillion years, and they're dead, and they died that day. And these are beautiful people, smart, completely awesome, all in their 20s, because my rehabs were all in my 20s. Like, I got sober at 26. After that, I went to Iraq, came back with some issues. I only got interested in psychedelics because Joe Rogan said it cures PTSD. And I was like, wait. Because look, opiates, heroin, crack, cocaine, GHB, which is what guys give the girls because they don't know how to upgrade their communication skills. And so they rape them and knock them unconscious to have sex with them because they don't know how to talk to them. All that stuff is disgusting. All those drugs are bad. Listen, people that are doing psychedelics, they're not ending up on the street corner, bruh, with a new job after losing their job. Because look, you smoke crack, you smoke cocaine, you do heroin, you're going to lose your job, lose your finances, and you're going to find yourself with a new job. And that job is called panhandling, okay? And I need to check with the panhandling community, but I'm pretty sure their happiness rating, it's not through the roof. Those are the drugs that hurt people. Nope. Psychedelics, they are curing mental health problems. They are helping people upgrade. If I'm going to get interested in a drug, and which I did, and I researched it, and this has nothing to do with the allegations against me. I'm just talking. I'm talking on a different page here, because this isn't admitting guilt to anything. This is admitting intelligence is what this is admitting. You got people like Rick Perry, Governor Rick Perry in Texas, extremely conservative, anti-drug, which he should be. There's 99% of the drugs are bad. They hurt people, they harm people, they destroy their lives, they take their finances. And I would know. I was addicted to heroin. And it left me on the side of the road, homeless, in a shed, almost dead. I had, what's it called? Whenever you drink alcohol, it's appendicitis? No, not. Shoot, I can't remember what it was, but it's whenever you can't keep down water and you start throwing up even water. Can't keep down food. Dang it, I keep forgetting the name of it. Anyways, I had gone like 3 days where I hadn't had anything to eat. I couldn't even keep down water. I was throwing it up. I was stealing beer out of people's like garages and walking into the garages. And then somebody, then they had me on video walking back to the tow truck driver's house that I was living in, the side shack. And they were like, who's this person stealing beer out of people's garages? It was me. And that officer, instead of taking me to jail that day, if he would have took me to jail, the VA said I would have died because I only had a couple more days to live. Because keep in mind, I didn't keep down water or food for the 3 or 4 days so far. And you can only live like, I don't know, what is it, 5 days or 6 days with no water or something, or no food? It's one of those. But he didn't take me to jail. He took me to the hospital and the VA. They didn't put charges on me for stealing the beer. And I got sober at that point. And I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks for what it was going on with my, God dang it, I can't remember the name of the thing. It's whenever your appendages fail. I'm going to have to come back to that part. Anyways, that's when I got sober. After that, never touched a drip of alcohol again. Never went back to heroin, opiates. There are drugs that harm people, kill people. The only thing that psychedelics are known to kill are ego, by ego death, okay? Which is what Paul, if he was interested in psychedelics, which is what he was attempting to do. It cured PTSD, I can tell you that. And, Rick Perry, the governor of Texas, he had some brain deterioration, and the doctors told him, there's nothing we can do. You're going to end up with dementia or Alzheimer's. Then somebody told him, I think it was Joe Rogan, or someone else said, try psychedelics. Now, this is a boomer who's like anti-drug, which he should be. He tries one of the psychedelics, goes back and does a brain scan, And the doctor goes, your 60% deterioration is gone. It's re-put back neural pathways that weren't there. He was like, do it one more time. Governor Rick Perry goes back, does it one more time, goes back, does another brain scan, 100% cured. That's right up there with Jesus healed him, bruh. Jesus, like, made water into wine, bruh. He healed him. That's plant medicine. You think that's bad? You think that's... And the other thing, DMT is in every single human being on Earth. So we should all be arrested for holding DMT because our bodies make it. Do our bodies make crack cocaine? Do our bodies make heroin? Do our bodies make fentanyl? Do our bodies make crystal meth? No, negative. Because those are all disgusting, trashy drugs, and they hurt people. So I don't know if someone was interested in psychedelics, why anybody would try to be destroying their life. But those charges are serious. So they said, yeah, I had $75,000 worth of street drugs, and then I was trying to sell them. So then I'm in jail. I'm like, fuck. Every single guy in there is in jail for hurting other people. All of them. And look, I joke about being a gangster. That's me making fun of myself. Look, I was raised by Jehovah's Witnesses. My dad was an extremely hard worker, a hustler. All I got was morals, ethics, and values from my family. That's all I ever got from him and my mom. Okay? My mom's extremely Christian. You won't catch her cursing. You won't catch her lying. My dad told me don't ever lie. If somebody catches you lying, you'll never get respect as a man. If somebody catches you bullshitting, you're a joke after that. Especially if you're going to be a businessman. You can't go around bullshitting. You can't go around lying. Okay, so that's who Paul is. And then, so they hit me with the most extreme charge you can get. It's like guaranteed mandatory years in prison if they convict somebody of manufacturing DMT. And what's crazy is this. It's being decriminalized in other states currently. You have people like Rick Perry, who after he had all of his brain deterioration go, completely get wiped, he said, I'm making it my life's mission to push psychedelics mainstream, to change the legislation on psychedelics so everybody can be aware of the benefits. Dude, I've been on this. I'm not going on some bandwagon here. I've been on this. And, so when I get to jail, I go, fuck, what am I going to do now? I go, you know what? They're all playing spades, and they're all trying to, like, who is this motherfucker? And I'm like, all right, Paul, just be yourself. That's the only thing you can be. That's the only thing you're always going to be. Just be yourself. Okay, so I walk in there, start talking to him. When I tell you, I spent 2 weeks in jail. By the time I got out, I had talked to each one of these guys. I go, let me try to help these guys. Let me try to coach these guys. And make sure you do it in the right, respectable way, Paul. Just do you. Just be how you are. Okay? Because, look, I rarely meet somebody that I can't get along with. I rarely meet someone that I can't bond or connect with. And, or find mutual respect with. Because I'm not disrespectful. I'm not a hater. I'm only going to be encouraging and motivating to anybody I meet. Loving. And I'm not an ass kisser. So that's the other balance you got to have with it. Because you can't be an ass kisser because you lose respect that way if you go around just... Oh, everybody like me. No, you don't do that. You get respect by being genuine is how you do it and real. And so I talked to each of these guys. These guys were in there for murder. These were gang-banging homeboys. And I go, okay, well, you're in here for hurting somebody. I don't understand that one, brother. I don't know why. But the other thing is, these guys didn't come up in a Christian household, middle-class family. Those don't produce gangsters. But when you grow up in the ghetto, struggling to survive, nobody's got nothing, I don't know how things would turn out. Maybe you would join a gang, and then that gang's trying to ride by and shoot you and kill you, so you shoot back at them. I don't know. But these guys, there was guys like in there for domestic abuse. I said, okay, let me talk to these guys and tell these guys how they could have handled things differently. I said, okay, what caused the argument that happened that made you hit your old lady? Let's talk about it. Well, she found me cheating. I was like, why were you cheating? Why did you commit to that girl if you were still interested in seeing other girls? You could have told that girl, hey, listen, I'm not going to commit to you. I like you. I have fun with you, but I'm seeing other women. You don't have to lie to girls, dude. You got caught being a player, and that caused an argument, and then you hit her after that? I don't understand that part, brother. So I was trying to coach him. Okay, so if you're going to stay being a player, let me help you with some conflict resolution. So I coached him on that. And then there was another guy in there he found his partner. This was a gay guy, or he was into like transsexuals or something. He found his partner having sex with another man. He cut his partner's head off, then rode around in a car with the head, and then they caught him. He was in there for life, so I was like, okay, I can't help him, but let me coach him on what I would have did. I said, dude, if I would have found somebody I was seeing sleeping with somebody, I'd have been like, okay, let me get my things and go. Like, you know how many other billions of women and men there are? Plus, let me also coach you on how to do it to where the people you're seeing, they're not gonna cheat on you. I'm gonna make it to where they are begging to stay with you. They want to be with you, only you. And that's by not controlling them. That's one of the ways you do it. You don't control them, and you show them you're confident. You strip away all insecurities, all self-esteem issues, and they're not gonna not want to be with you. You're confident, you're ambitious, you're driven, you make them laugh, you have fun every day. There's nothing they're not gonna like about you. And look, I know that that's not humble, but that's the truth. And every relationship and every girl I ever meet and get to know me, they walk away and they'll end up hating me only because I didn't want to be with them. I've had a lot of girls, they hate me now because I didn't just date them. Like I was talking to them and then didn't date them, or I was dating them and didn't marry them. Yeah, they hate me. But it's not because of, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because they tell me, Paul, I can't talk to you because when I talk to you, the way you make me feel, I'm seeing somebody right now. I cannot talk to you, Paul, because if I talk to you, I know you're going to make me feel a way that's going to make me feel like I'm not being loyal. Okay, all right, cool. That's fine. Now, so I coached these guys, and I said, that's all I can do. Let me just try to do that. And it sucked. I'm not a criminal, dude. I'd never hurt anybody. And there are drugs that hurt people. So maybe narcotics officers, if they're trying to get bad drugs off the street, maybe they should try to get the ones that are killing people, destroying their lives. Like I said, the only thing DMT has ever been known to kill is ego. Anyways, by the time I left jail, they said, what's your name? I said, Paul. They said, no, never give out your government name. You are Jim Carrey. And they said, and then when I went to get bonded out, oh, here's the other thing. How on earth can you not bond yourself out of jail? How on earth can you, if you got the money to bond yourself out, you can't bond yourself out of jail? That's crazy. So I called the bondsman. I'm like, come get me. My bond was $125,000. I said, come get me. I can take care of it. No, I need my money. Well, wait, how am I going to get you your money? I'm in jail. Trust me. Listen, my family has a good reputation. I'm also a business owner. I have a reputation. Trust me, I'm not going to fuck the bondsman and then have a warrant out for my arrest and want to go back to jail, brother. Look, I went to jail a couple times in my life. It was for DWIs a long time ago. And I knew right then and there, oh, I never want to go back to jail. I am never going to break the law again. And I knew that a long time ago, brother. Whoever invented jail, they're geniuses because they did it right. And you can't do it. You got to call somebody else to come get you out of jail. So I had to call my mom. What if I didn't have my mom? What if my mom was dead? I'm stuck in jail forever when I got the cash to get myself out? I don't get it, dude. That's crazy to me. Anyways, my people came, and when I came out, the whole entire block, it was 26 guys. Most of them black guys, and there was 3 white guys in there. One Mexican guy for human trafficking. Oh, the other thing about human trafficking is, I didn't know this. He said that they call it human trafficking, and when you think that, you think of it like people that are like trying to traffic people for prostitution or take their like body parts and sell them, like their liver and their heart. No, he was trying to get his family from Mexico to America, and he was trying to get them there secretly, and that's human trafficking. He was like, dude, would you not try to get your family if they were stuck there in a bad area, in a bad country, and you wanted them to have a better opportunity? I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, I never even knew that. I thought human trafficking was like when they take like underage girls and they make them prostitutes and they like drug them and like, and then they also traffic people and like cut out their hearts and sell them on the black market. But yeah, so when I went to leave and get bonded out, they said, hey, guards, get Jim Carrey the fuck out of here. He's going home. He's got to help people. Get DMT out of here. So I got the respect of the whole cell, and I thought I was going to get killed in there and jumped. But that was my experience, and I had to address it. So, and my lawyer will be addressing the allegations.